Hello, everyone, and welcome to the PanelCast. Uh, oh my God, I brain farted today because I am so tired. I'm Freddie. I'm your host today with AJ. How you doing, AJ? AJ is very happy to see y'all. Look at him wave.
Pretty cool. We did like the actual wave. Woo!
Ooh,
We just saw all our armpits, and
right.
I'm now glad that smell-o-vision doesn't exist yet.
You know what? Let's take a pause in our live, get everybody else in here, and then we'll do a full wave. How about that?
There we go.
Well, this is episode 306, and today we will be reviewing quite a few things. We have Devil May Cry Season 2, uh, Mandalorian and Grogu. We got some trailers for y'all to watch. I will be also reviewing Subnautica 1 in in light of Subnautica 2 releasing recently. And of course, this week's AEW Match of the Week. So, how should we start today off first, AJ?
Well, the wife and I went down and saw Mandalorian and Grogu this week. And yeah, I'm going to
Oh,
go ahead and send it over to us at the theater. Did a little recording there. And yeah, I will apologize. The second half of the video, it is very dark because we're in the theater. You might want to turn the volume up for this one as well. So here we go.
It's more fun together.
Hi, everybody. What are we here to see, baby?
Mandalorian
And
Grogu.
Grogu. Nice. Welcome to the PanelCast. This is wow. Maybe not.
maybe you guys should get some better reception while you're watching live right there and right now.
Apparently so. I'm going to try it a different way. Let me see what I can do. I don't know why this is happening. It always happens on the show,
And it was working just fine a second ago, right?
right?
It loves it. It got jittery feet.
There we go. Let's try it again. What are we here to see, baby?
Mandalorian
And
Grogu.
Grogu. Welcome to the PanelCast. This is a subsection. You should be watching me and the boys.
It's more fun together.
Hi, everybody. Why isn't it not working? Why is it not working? Nothing wants to work today, guys. I am sorry about that. So I went and saw Mandalorian and Grogu. It was awesome. I'm
Nice.
trying to share it with you guys, but it's not allowing me to for some reason. It doesn't like me.
That's a bummer. I wanted to watch that.
Unfortunately, nothing is working for me over here. Let's see what I can do. Here we go. What are we here to see, baby?
Mandalorian
And
Grogu.
Grogu. Welcome to the PanelCast. This is a subsection. You should be watching me and the boys, or at least Freddie, reviewing stuff. So, but the wife and I are here seeing Mandalorian and Grogu today. It better be good. We're excited. I wore my beard. My wife left hers at home. So we're all ready to go. What do you hope to get out of this, babe?
I don't know. I hope it's like the series. The series was fun and actiony and western in space, so I'm hoping it continues. I don't know how they're gonna. If it's gonna be like multiple series, like into a movie, or if it's just one big, long, drawn out like episode. I don't know how they're going to do it. That'll be interesting.
Are you looking to see if they continue a story from the show, or are you looking for like a separate self-contained story. Like the movie is just its own thing.
I think they'd have to do the movie as its own thing. I don't know how they would continue the show if they were going to keep doing, unless they're going to go do more episodes. That's my opinion. I don't know. I'm not the one to ask that one.
I mean, no.
What do you want to get out of it?
I hope it's just a one shot, honestly, because I want it to be its own self-contained story, so I can just enjoy it without having to rewatch the entire series and watch this.
But there's nothing wrong with you watching the whole series.
I'm not saying there is. I'm just saying every now and then I just want to watch this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like with Andor. I don't want to. I love Rogue One, and I'm glad Rogue One turned out as great as it did. But I'm not a fan of Andor, and I feel like now I have to be a fan of Andor in order to enjoy Rogue One, and
No, I can stand.
and I want to be able to enjoy it on its own. And so like this, I want to be able to enjoy it by itself, as opposed to tied into the series, you know. But I want to see all kinds of cool stuff from the series. I know we're going to see a bunch of stuff from other series, cameos and stuff showing up. So,
Which you're gonna have to fill me in afterwards because I am not
right,
caught up with all that stuff.
especially the animated series.
I know nothing about that.
But I think the movie's starting now. So.
Okay.
Impressive.
Good shot, baby.
Alright, we're at the end of Mandalorian and Grogu. You can't see us, but we're here. Trust me.
Hi.
Awesome synthesizer sounds of the soundtrack.
Yes.
What'd you think, babe?
I thought it was set up exactly as it would have been if it was a series. I think I would have liked it better as a series.
Really?
Yep.
Why?
Just everything was very like in episodes, like and they just kind of put it.
Alicia and I are getting a divorce soon. Just so you guys know.
I just rather liked it as its own separate things. That's just me.
I loved it. I thought it was great. And maybe it was condensed stories, but I know. I loved it. I thought it was awesome. Especially the effects and the locations and the fight scenes. Everything was awesome.
Oh, the fight scenes! I mean, it was great. The fight scenes were really good. I liked it as a whole. I don't have anything. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Just the way that it was set up was still very episodic. And I think it would have gone a little bit. It would have left you hanging a little bit, you know, each time. And then I'm missing out on the cool artwork afterwards too. But that's just me.
That's true. There's no artwork afterwards, like you would in the Mandalorian. At the end of each episode, you see the artwork and from the episode. We're not getting that here. But oh well. Did you like it in overall? Did you enjoy
Yeah,
yourself?
absolutely.
We saw it on Screen X. We sat in the wrong seats for Screen X.
No, I think I was good where I was because if I would have been any farther back, I would have puked.
Well, see, the thing is with Screen X is that where we sat, everything is zoomed in. So we saw it a lot more than... We couldn't see the side, what was going on the sides and stuff.
But if I would have been able to see the sides too, that's what would have made me sick. But I liked it.
You would have seen the sides where we've seen it in a regular theater.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Because we're here, the screen is stretched out
Yeah.
and zoomed in. So,
No, I understand what you mean. I just, because of that, I'm glad we were sitting where we were sitting.
so there you have it. One enthusiastic, five Richards, five little Richards, being five being the top score. What do you give it? Five being the best.
I'd probably give it a 4.
4 little Richards.
Yeah.
All right. So 5 and 4, split score. But oh well, overall we enjoyed it together. So
Yes.
all right, guys. Back to the studio with him. So there you have it, my soon-be not loving it as much as I did. That doesn't mean she's absolutely wrong, but she is.
But that's pretty much how I feel about like the Marvel movies. I didn't know how connected a lot of them had to be. You had to watch the movies and TV shows for some of this information. Is that what this felt like?
No, not at all. This is a random drop in the bucket, dude. It can happen at any time, anywhere. Obviously, you don't really need to know anything. It happens at the end of the timeline of the series, but if you didn't know that, you wouldn't care. Action is great. The acting is fun. The animatronics are wonderful. Instead of CGI, they actually move. It's puppet animatronics that they're using with Grogu and I can't remember the name of the race. The little guys, the little mechanic dudes.
Yeah.
Ardurelians or something like that. I don't remember.
And I'm hoping that was from a Jim Henson production because I know they're very good with their puppeteering.
I believe it is. And yeah, there's a whole section where Grogu goes off on his own with these guys, and they have just awesome adventures. My wife was right in that it did feel like a couple of episodes crammed together to make a movie because it had multiple plot lines going on throughout it. However, it felt like they trimmed the fat away and streamlined 3 episodes of what you really wanted to see, as opposed to 8 episodes of a full season with a couple of arcs running through it. They give you 3 solid plot lines running through 3 separate episodes, crammed into one movie of all the trim and bullshit trimmed down.
Nice.
You know? And because of that, I was able to enjoy every second of it. And I spent most of it going, just a kid in a candy shop at that point. I did see it in the wrong format. We sat in the wrong seats. Screen X, I didn't know, wrapped around the walls.
Oh.
And because of my disability, I sit in the disabled handicap seats up in the front. And so what part of the movie I saw was the very center screen as opposed to what was going on all around me. So I kind of missed out on those effects and whatnot. But that's okay because I plan on seeing it in other formats multiple times while it's still in the theater. So that's how much I enjoyed it. That's how much I loved it. And I also failed. Freddie, you have to go see it with me one time because you have to make sure. I failed. I did not realize there's end credit scenes.
Really?
And that they were vital to the story going forward. If I had realized that, I would have stayed, but I'm old. Mother Nature called. I had to bounce.
Right.
If I had realized that's what was going to be happening, I would have saved the recording and gone to the bathroom immediately afterwards and come back, cut the end credits, and then recorded our outro. Because then I would have had full information of what was going on, but I failed. So that's my bad. Sorry, you guys can make fun of me in the comment section or in the chat tonight. Please, I'm here for your abuse.
Yeah, because usually we just have one person go first, just in case. If there's anything that's missed, we usually cover each other's bases on that.
Right. But this time it didn't happen.
But now that we know about it, like you said, next time we'll just watch together and do that.
There's
Because
so
yeah,
many
trying
things
to
I
sit through
want
movies and not having nature call, it's impossible.
It's hard. Especially at my age, you know. The gray's here for a reason, people.
Yep. By the way, during that recording, you look like a completely different person from that angle. I was like, is this AJ? They don't look like AJ. Looks like one of the wrestlers we watch.
Why, thank you. I take my spinach before recording.
Nice. Weird choice before a movie, but hey, Popeye does it, so why can't you?
You know what? You just fry it up. It's all right.
I can't have
Anyway,
spinach.
there's so much about this movie that I want to talk about and geek out about. I was able to do it last night somewhat over on the Sarlacc Digest podcast. They were reviewing the movies. I popped over there, hopped in the chat, and was able to mix it up with them a little bit. But I wasn't able to fully geek out the way I want to. And I'm hoping that that'll be amended by multiple viewings with more of my friends and more people. Don't get me wrong, I'm only joking when it comes to my wife. She's awesome. The fact that she goes some of this geek stuff with me makes me happy. And I got her addicted on Star Wars shit. So
That's how you know it's good.
right. So it's great that she comes with me and stuff, but she's not as geeked out as I am. And it's unfortunate too that Star Wars right now is at a point where it's so expansive and so in depth that I feel out of my league. And I went to the movie the day it came to the theaters in 1977. You know, and I've seen every Star Wars thing that's come out. I've read almost every Star Wars book that's come out, and I still don't know everything that a lot of these other Star Wars geeks know, because it's so expansive and so in depth now that I feel out of my league half the time. I'm watching all these characters on the screen, and I know I should know them, and I know I should know where they're from, but I just don't. You know, I know Zeb. It was cool to see Zeb, you know, from Rebels. I didn't know who the robot assassin was. I failed there. But there were so many other cameos and things going on in the movie that, while I did appreciate them, I felt I also got lost in them because I'm just not as into the world of Star Wars as I once was, because there's just so much Star Wars to go around.
And more just being added every year.
And more added every day. And as hard as I try to keep
We
up,
can only have so much and then geek out about other stuff. If there was just Star Wars you would geek out about, well, your wall would look a lot different with all the
Right.
Transformers.
right.
But I mean, even with like Transformers, there's so much things that they're adding, and you're like, oh no, everything's just getting more and more lore.
But this movie was, in my opinion, was fantastic. It was for not only the geek at heart, but for the random goer. I'm seeing a lot of heat and a lot of hate coming for it online, and that just makes me sad, because it makes me think that maybe they're not going for the same reasons we're all going. And I don't know about you, Freddie, but I'm going because I'm a geek. I love this stuff, and it makes me happy.
Yep. That's
You know?
that's pretty much it. Even if it wasn't like, even with me not being the biggest Star Wars fan, I go with you because you enjoy it, and I still enjoy Star Wars, just not to the same level as a lot of folks.
It's fun sci-fi, man. It's
Exactly.
all you
I
gotta
love
do is
sci-fi.
enjoy
I love
fun sci-fi.
all the stuff we watch. It's fun.
Yeah. Well, that's all I have to say about that. 5 little Richards for Mandalorian and Grogu.
And for me, a solid 0 because I haven't watched it yet, and I'm kind of want to now.
Well, what do you got for us, Freddie?
Well, we got Devil May Cry Season 2. I didn't get to review Season 1 because I started this with you kind of late, but hey, we'll do a quick recap of that during Season 2. So you have a trailer for us to watch?
Absolutely. I'll throw it on right now.
All righty. Let's get that
Do you
started.
know why we are here, Dante? There have been some issues. You lost your mother, and now your brother suddenly back?
Virgil, what did Mundus do to you? He set me free.
You're gonna
You and your brother both have roles to play in the coming Reformation.
Mr. Magic Man, been meaning to tell ya. You got a little something right here.
The Sons of Sparta, at last.
I hate to sound harsh, but this is the worst ventriloquist act I've ever seen. I can't even tell which of you is the hand and which is the asshole.
Oh God, I love the music that they used in this season. But yeah, that's Devil May Cry season 2. Just came out May 12th. I definitely binge watched it the moment I could, and it was really fun to watch. It tells the story of Dante, who story gets explained in season 1. And this is just for the anime. I'm not talking about video games because it's based off of the video games. You get to learn
the hell out of all the video games. I just didn't watch the anime yet.
Yeah. The thing about the show is the person who created the show, he does not know about the lore per se of the games, but he did research on, the characters. So you do see characters from the video games of Devil May Cry 1, 2, 3. I think the DMC version, which is kind of like a remake. Yeah, so you see a lot of characters in season 1 and season 2 that didn't make sense based off of the video game, but this, like you were saying with Mandalorian and Grogu, it's its own thing. So season 1 and season 2 do not follow the video games at all, other than having a lot of the characters in it. It does follow it to a degree, yes, but with the way they were doing it, season 1 explains the story of Dante, how, about his powers, because he is the son of Sparta, who is described as a type of demon. You find out later that no, they're not just demons, but they are their own race. They're just better known as demons in our world. So season 2, you find out about Dante's brother, and that's where the story takes place. You find out, those two are trying to. Actually, don't want to explain too much because it's just gonna explain too much of the story. But the show, it has great animation. It does follow, like I said, Dante finding his brother and them either trying to help each other or kill each other. You figure that out. It's pretty fun for what it is. I enjoy it.
How was the animation? The animation looked kind of cool, but it's the exact type of anime I don't like.
Yeah, because it's kind of like a mix of 2D animation, but it does have some 3D elements to it. So again, it could be jarring for some, but the fight scenes are nice. The effects are great, and of course, the music is awesome. They do have feature vocal and license tracks on there, so you have Papa Roach, Casey Edwards, and Amira Efke. I don't know how to pronounce that. You have Amy Lee. You have Horn, Drowning Pool, Avril Lavigne, and more Evanescence song music on there, and it fit very well for the show. I figured with feature license, sometimes they do it just for the big names, and I think they did that here, but it really worked in the show. Excuse me.
Awesome. How many episodes are in the season?
8, which I think that's what they had the last one as well. So it's easy to binge watch in one sitting, and I think they're about 30 minutes each, which seems short, but with the type of video game it was, in terms of just being a hack and slash, 30-minute episodes work really well for the story and the action.
It was more than a hack and slash. It was like a poetic hack and slash.
It is. That was just a quicker way of explaining it, but my God, do I love it. You do see some of the enemies and bosses in there in season 1 and season 2. They have new characters, of course. Some I never knew because I honestly, while I do have the trilogy, I still have yet to play Devil May Cry 2 and Devil May Cry 1 completely. I got stuck in Devil May Cry 1 and I haven't gone back to play it again. I need to finish it. But I love Devil May Cry 3.
I don't remember where I stopped, but I played them pretty consistently up until the PS5 came out.
Yeah, I think Devil May Cry 5 was the newest one. Yes, and Devil May Cry 4 was still PS4 era. Now, Dante is voiced by the amazing Johnny Young Bosch. And a little bit of a spoiler. Well, actually, no, let me just leave it at that. He's a great voice actor. Because if I mention this, it might be a spoil for later seasons, because I think they are going to be ramping up for more seasons. I don't know how the story is going to push forward, if he's going to find more lore, use other lore in the game, do future episodes. I don't want to give anything away without, giving that information up. So I'll just leave it at, Johnny Young Bosch is the voice actor for the main character. When the director made...
You realize that by saying all of that, you just gave away some spoilers.
I did, to a point, but it's not detailed, because it's a lot of the detailed spoilers. So that I won't do as much. But when they made the show, they actually had Johnny Young Bosch in mind to play Dante for this, and I'm kind of glad he did. So he's a great voice actor. I grew up with him as the second Black Power Ranger back in the Mighty Morphin era. So, and I've been listening to a lot of his voice acting since.
Awesome. Netflix.
Yes, it's a show on Netflix. Like I said, 2 seasons. Very worth the watch.
Cool. While you're watching that, hopefully it'll quench your thirst enough to wait for this to come out.
It's hard to believe what's not waiting for me.
All right, we're glitching. We're gonna take care of that. Hold on a second.
And I will wait.
Just hold on a second. Just hold on a second. I'm getting there. There we go.
It's hard to believe what's not waiting for me. Someone I lost. Someone special.
The X-Men are scattered through time. In the past, from the start of Apocalypse's reign, to the future at the height of his rule.
The X-Men. I must strike them at their most vulnerable. The 1990s.
Jeez, could have at least bought me a drink first.
We gotta get the X-Men back to the 90s. You fight a battle that cannot be won against the dawn of an age that cannot be stopped.
This isn't just about us. It's about everyone we've lost.
From the beginning of time to the reaches of tomorrow. We stand together, right here, right now. I believe in the X-Men. We're back, baby.
Yes. I saw the trailer the other day, like 2 days ago, and I sent it to you because I got really excited for it.
Yes, well, I saw it the minute it came out, and I knew that we had to show it here, so I went ahead and grabbed it. And yeah, I am so amped up and ready for the next season, and to see that it's following more of a linear timeline instead of jumping all over the place. I mean, don't get me wrong, I liked the jumps from last season, the little tiny little arcs that it had.
Yes.
They were great, but seeing a longer storyline, longer story arc will be cool. I want to see how they tackle it and how it's going to be done. So, and of course, you know, X-Men, it's all about what characters you're going to see in there and what roles they're going to play and how important those roles are going to be. So, what characters are you hoping to see in this season coming up?
Honestly, I'd be happy to see any of them. Whether it's the Morlocks, whether it's any, well, Apocalypse is involved, so we know you're going to see his horsemen. Oh man, there's so many I want to see, but I can't remember them all at the moment.
What about in chat? Anybody out there in chat looking forward to anything? Any specific characters that coming in season 2? I personally, I want to see the Brood maybe show up. I'm just a huge fan of the Brood, and Alien is doing so well right now that it'd be great to see them somewhat referenced at least. And more of the Shi'ar Empire. I want to see Vulcan.
That's what they were. Okay. I had to remember their name. It's been a minute.
I want the brothers to get together. You know, I want to see all 3 of them together and see what happens there. The Vulcan storyline, see if that can get implemented in some way. But that's what I'm excited for. Another trailer released this week that I thought would be very interesting, at least for us here and maybe some of the people that watch our show. This is Camp Miyamasa.
Out here, there are certain nights when you just get this feeling that some psycho killer is gonna chop you up into a million little pieces. Oh, I like that feeling.
I don't want to make another dumb sequel in the Camp Miasma franchise. I don't want to make a remake of a remake of a remake. I want to make something that feels fresh and new.
She's amazing.
Yeah.
She's clearly the same person from Miasma 1, the final girl, but she's so much more.
How did you choose to live at the abandoned sleepaway camp from the first film?
Someone's gotta be here when little death comes back.
Little death isn't real.
Well, not with that attitude, he isn't. If you've seen his movies, you know he always comes back.
I'm just thinking about what it's gonna feel like.
Losing your virginity?
No. Dying.
Where is it that you kids think you're going?
Whoa. Sex seems so easy for so many people, but I've never been able to get there with someone else unless I'm really far away in my head.
Can you feel it? It's rising to the surface now.
Where?
It's happening! It's happening!
Camp Miasma.
That was Camp Miasma.
That is very interesting.
I think it looks awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Very cheesy, very campy, very going back to the old school of camp horror films. You know, I'm all about it. It looks awesome.
Yeah, it's using the trope while trying to fix the trope to make it more exciting again, which is good. Yeah, because a lot of remakes are always like rehash of what it was before, but to a newer graphical design and music and all that. So let's see him go back to old school using the same tactics, but scarier.
Yeah, I agree. Looks fun.
Heck yeah.
That's all the trailers I had. You had something else you wanted to talk about today.
Yes, in light of Subnautica 2 coming out, I've never actually got to play Subnautica 1, which is what we're going to talk about now. So, first things first, we have a trailer for the first Subnautica. Let's go watch it now.
Sunlight. I've been dreaming of it for months. But it's hard to enjoy alone. The crash seems so long ago now. Father was right. We shouldn't have gone so deep. They do not want us down there. Despite my best efforts, ill health is taking hold of me. Marguerite and Father are already part of this incredible planet. It's reassuring to know that when I go, I'll join them. Until then, well, there's always the view.
Okay, we are going to talk about it, but I'm going to go play it for a little bit first because I just want to keep playing this game.
It looks very pretty.
It is. It is a very gorgeous game. It's an open world survivor action adventure game, and as you saw, there's a giant ship that crashed, and that's pretty much where we start in this game. You start off as a survivor as a crashed ship, and you have the ability to build in this game. So you like building, house building and all that, right, AJ?
Nope.
No? Oh. Well, then this game might not be for you, but it does have those elements in there. But it does have a big exploration to this game. So when you first start off, you're in a shallow area. But the more you explore, you find out you could go even deeper into the ocean. You're on this alien planet. There are creatures that you've never seen before, and they're just gorgeous looking. They're amazing. It's fun to watch all these new creatures and how they interact. You're in a world where the water does work with you, but you know for a fact that these aren't going to be the same type of flora and fauna that you've seen back here on Earth. Or maybe they are here on Earth. We don't know. We haven't been able to explore all of the ocean, so maybe they exist here, and this is just a precursor of what they could look like. But no, this game is very fun, very addicting. When it first came out, it didn't look like a game I would play. But there was a similar game called Planet Crafter, and I got hooked on that. So once I played that, I knew I was going to love this game. There is story elements to this game, but the only way to find it is to explore all of the ocean. And there is a certain amount of ocean you can explore, but it is huge. So there is always something new you can discover in the game.
Is it like open world but underwater?
Correct. So there is some land masses above water, but they're very far and few in between. It's literally just a giant water world. Um, and as you heard in the trailer, there was an infection going on. Does that an infection play part of the story? Yes, it does. Um, and you have to figure out how, why, and if there's any way of curing that before either being saved or trying to escape the planet. So the game is just really fun to play. I'm recently started watching a YouTuber I watched play it back when it first came out, and my goodness, did everything look different than what we have today. And it is just amazing how much of the game grew over the years.
I'm glad you're having fun with it.
Oh yeah, I've
I'm
I've
not a
been
big-
playing it nonstop, like on my days off after the recordings are done, after I get off of work, before work. It is just really fun. You might still enjoy it yourself. Like the building isn't the biggest thing in there, but you still have to build at least certain things to continue on with the story to create, bigger ships to travel underwater that could handle the deeper pressure and stuff like that. So you actually might enjoy this game a little bit.
If I wasn't so backed up on video games right now.
Uh-huh. I decided to take a break on another one. I'm like, yeah, you know what? Let me play this because this seems like it'll be fun. And it was a mistake because now I'm hooked on it. So once I finish this, I'm hoping later to try to play Subnautica 2. So but in the meantime, I'm just having a blast.
Well, speaking of games, one of the little news bits I wanted to announce this week was that Fallout 4 Creation storage expansions have arrived on the console.
Yay.
Yeah, that's right. That means, well, here's what that means. That means on all of our consoles, the Creations storage area has been expanded. And so now we're able to download more mods and run more mods and creations at one time while playing the game than we ever have before. Xbox One people are getting up to 15 gigs. Xbox Series XS will be growable up to 100 gigs. PlayStation 5 creators will be able to have up to 15 gigs, up from like 2 gigs that it was. PlayStation 4 will have 16 gigs, but their console will be more uppity and weird to mess with. All the updates you can see on the screen right now. You can take a look at it for yourself. I went ahead and updated mine today, and that's what I've been doing, playing like crazy, and enjoying multiple mods, putting more playable areas and more villains and more enemies to fight against and more missions out there so that I can play for an even longer amount of time. And I'm enjoying it. So I'm sure other people out there will be happy too. I told my buddy Josh, he's a big player. Hopefully he's modding his way through a good game tonight.
Yeah, eventually I have to play the Fallout series, even if it's just like 4 and 76. But it is something I was interested in, but like you said, there's a backup of games that we have to play, and just sometimes we don't have the time to play them all.
Yep, exactly, Josh. Time for yet several playthroughs. I've already started playing.
Good luck.
So moving on, we're going to talk about now the AEW part of our night. I'm going to change it up a little bit because AEW had such a wonderful and powerful week. They had their pay-per-view. They had a couple of 3-hour shows this week. So much wrestling and so much storylines and so much stuff going on. It was hard to isolate just one match again. So instead, I'm going to do 2 things. One, instead of a match of the week, I'm going to highlight probably one of the highlights of all this wrestling stuff going on. And this is going to be about 6 minutes long. So I'm going to share this with you guys. So hopefully you enjoy it as much as I do. And this was the return of Mick Foley to the ring. that happened this week. So here we go.
So he is going to do everything in his power to hold on to that.
And it's going to glitch on me.
But again, playing to lose is not the same as.
So give me a second while I open it somewhere else and try and run it that way.
And so he is going to do everything in his power to hold on to that hair. But again, playing to lose is not the same as playing to win. Darby Allin's on a roll. My prediction is Darby Allin goes home with the world title. Just one man's opinion. No.
Now let me get this straight, Mickey. We're supposed to care about the opinion of a guy who's a legend, and we recall him being a legend because in every big moment of his career, all he did was fail. Nah, see, I'm not buying that. I'm sorry, are you guys booing me? Okay. I would care about your opinion more if I too was stupid enough to think the Knicks are ever going to win a championship ever again. Luckily, unlike all of you, I'm not a complete moron. Speaking of people who are going to let you down tonight, Darby Allin. Shut up. And when I talk about Darby Allin, I think of you, Mick, because you guys are a lot alike. Matter of fact, you guys are a lot alike all these people here tonight. You're underdogs, you know? And when your backs are against the wall, all you people do what you do best. Lose. Max, just for a moment, let me take this in, because I never thought I'd have a feeling like this again in my life. So, just for a moment, let me thank you for giving that gift to me. And now I'm going to give you a little piece of advice and a little piece of history, which is, yes, I lost a lot of matches. There's a young man named Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson who might recall a couple victories I had as well. But here's where you and I differ. In none of those matches did Mick Foley have a match that ended in 2 minutes and 15 seconds. That's not a loss. That's a disgrace. So unless you want to be known as the man whose matches can time an egg, you better put your big boy pants on, because you got Darby Allin to contend with. And when you see Darby Allin, yeah, you see shades of me, but you see a younger me, a more athletic me, someone who wants to win more than I ever did. I was content to steal the show, and he's not, because he's going to simultaneously steal the show and take away what you love most, the AEW title and your hair. You know, I never noticed until I got up real close to you, Max. You've got wavy hair, and tonight it's waving goodbye. That's you. Oh, no! Jeez.
A low-life, despicable, good-for-nothing piece of classless by MJF. How we can rank the Dalton Cruz after that? Darby Allin charging out lining up Mick Foley with that dynamite diamond ring. Don't you run away, Max! Don't you run away, Max!
I didn't know it until a month ago that I inspired your career. I've known you since you were the quiet kid who kept to himself in the independent dressing rooms. And it wasn't until John Moxley faced off with you at Six Flags Great Adventure in New Jersey. I remember it was like yesterday. He said, Mick, if you can, stick around and watch this match because this kid can do anything. And I looked at him and repeated the word, anything. And as I've watched you succeed in my own way, I felt like it's myself succeeding because you were the weird kid who was never picked for stardom. You were the shy kid who people mistook shyness for arrogance, and you taught the world that greatness does not come in one package. So tonight, win one for the weird ones. Tonight, win this thing for anyone who's ever been told they can't do it. Prove them wrong. Show them that you have what it takes not just to be a champion, but to be a legend. And if I could quote an old friend of mine, I'd like to conclude by saying, bye bang! Bye bang, Darby Allin! Bye bang!
Now, if you don't know Mick Foley, you know him now. Any wrestling highlight video you've ever seen in your life, you've seen Mick Foley falling off the top of a cage through a table on the floor. That's Mick Foley. The man's a legend. The man's a god.
He took so much punishment for us.
He had to step away from wrestling because A, his body, B, politics. He couldn't stand where he was seeing wrestling go. He couldn't stand what he was seeing, what wrestling was becoming. So he stepped away. Then all the stuff with WWE started happening. He said, screw it, I'm out of here. Called up AEW, said, yo, I need a job. AEW said, yes, please, come in. And, well, looks like our stream went off somewhere.
Huh.
Sorry about that, guys. If you're still watching, we'll keep going. Anyway. Yeah, that's weird. Anyway, so called up AEW. AEW said, yeah, we'd love to have you on. And here he is giving a promo in the ring for the first time in 25 years and killing it, showing why he's Mick Foley. Like, he just off the cuff just nailed it. And it was just such a feel-good moment, too, that he's giving all these props to everybody that's out there, you know, to Darby Allin and giving him his flowers, basically. You know, it's just, I don't know. I thought it was awesome.
Yeah, that was a great promo right there. I do miss hearing him. I miss seeing him wrestle. Actually, he was one of the first person that we saw together and how we first met officially.
Right.
Went to his comedy show, and that's when I first met AJ. And ever since, we're friends.
Unfortunately for you. Now comes the real AEW match of the week. Now, of all the crazy things that went on this week in wrestling, you had to have heard of the Double or Nothing Stadium Stampede match, where 10 people just beat the crap out of each other all over the stadium. Here's a 2-minute highlight reel.
This is unreal. He's an animal. He's an animal, this Toa. My God. And oh my God. Matt Jackson down. He got that shot. Got the bad wheels. smile on the face of Mick. Wait a minute. Joe just ran over Knox as well. He's a monster, this guy. He is. There's nobody like him. Look at Knox still down. Oh, we are having so much fun. We hope you are.
Yeah, I'm in the background.
Oh, gosh. This is
Can't stop
tremendous.
laughing.
Oh, Leona putting Nick Jackson in the shopping cart. Matt Jackson, that head bounced off the...
And he's calling for some help here.
He doesn't need help. Oh, Jesus. Oh, my God.
Look at this.
Matt and Nick Jackson in tandem. And meanwhile, Kenny Omega hoists up Andrade El Idolo.
Oh, no, you're kidding.
One wicked. Wait. Run. The wicked angel. Davis.
Oh, there's a
knife and the note.
Asshole.
Oh.
And there you have it, just a sample of the madness that was the Stadium Stampede match.
God dang.
Yeah. So when I say, like, you have to watch it to believe it. It was an awesome match. The entire pay-per-view was fantastic. Top to bottom, just great matches all the way around. And then follow it up with the 3-hour Wednesday show. Right now going on is the Owen Hart International Champion, or Owen Hart.
I can't even remember neither. It's such a long one.
Anyway, it's a contest. All the best wrestlers are wrestling, and whoever wins gets the Owen Hart belt. Owen Hart Foundation belt championship. That's what it is. And so that's going on right now. Whenever that happens, you're going to get some of the best matches out there. Anytime there's a bracketed contest or tournament that's going on, like the Continental Tournament or the Owen, you get the best stepping up and putting out the best matches that they can for free on TV. And it's just great wrestling all around. So if you get a chance, catch as much of it as you can right now. The matches come on twice a week. It's just fantastic wrestling. And with that, we are done with the show. Freddie, did you have anything else you wanted to say?
No, just that I'm hungry and I can't wait to play some more Subnautica. How about yourself?
That's it for me. I'm done. I need to go. I still have my diverticulitis flaring up. So,
Well, just remember to stay after the show just in case we have some special credits.
Yeah, you're funny. All right. Again, we know you have your choice of things to do on Thursday. We're glad you decided to spend it with us. Sorry if the feed cut out every now and then. I think we were showing too many trailers and YouTube copyrighted us. Oops. But we're glad that you decided to spend the time with us and share with us and geek out with us. And you can find us anywhere on social media. Just look up Forbidden Panel. We'll see you guys next week where we're going to be reviewing Spider-Man Noir. So, see you then.